by the artist intended to.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Elton John album review. We got Nick, 1505, and we got Scott from Sound Lab Studios. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing just
good.
dandy. Doing dandy.
Reviewing. It's interesting because this is Elton John's second studio album, but technically his first American album, the self-titled album from 1970, Elton John.
What? It's not called Reginald Dwight?
Reginald Dwight. No.
Yeah.
People would not buy that album if it was called Reginald Dwight.
Probably not.
I think that'd be weird.
All right. So, Nick, do you have any background information?
Why, yes, I do. This album was released April 10th, 1970. This was the first album to be produced by Gus Dudgeon. He would be famously the guy who would, produce his big records. But to go further back, so of course the last album we know Elton John did not have Gus Dudgeon doing the production. Can't speak. Take two. He didn't have him as the production. It was this album that he first had it, and after the debut, they needed another producer that could produce better. Because let's be honest, the production on the last album was not the best. Even they knew it. They knew it, and we look at the big hit of 1969, David Bowie's Space Oddity. That album was huge. The arranger Paul Buckmaster, they got him to join them. And you know what's crazy is that for a short period, they actually were going to have George Martin be their producer. But George Martin was like, well, I'll join you guys, but under one condition, I write as well. Like, I write the music alongside Elton John. And they were like, nah, we'll look for someone else. And that's where Gus Dudgeon came into. That's when he came into the picture, and he ended up becoming his producer, and he recommended them to use the same studio that Space Odyssey was recorded. And this house is this was really significant because it had the 100-year-old Bechstein piano, which would be used by the Beatles to record Let It Be. I was gonna say Let It Bleed. Blah. David Bowie's Life on Mars, Carly Simon's You're So Vain, just a bunch of big songs that use that piano. And this is like he used his piano, and what's crazy about this album is that when they recorded this album, they were just demos. They were just finished demos that they were gonna send out to other artists to cover. This wasn't even supposed to be a real album for him. This was supposed to be like hey, here's songs that me and Bernie wrote. It's just crazy. Even your song, the big hit on the album, Bernie Taupin only wrote it in 15 minutes. You wrote the lyrics in 15 minutes. That's crazy. Those lyrics are great, and you only wrote it in 15 gosh darn minutes. I couldn't write songs like that in 15 minutes. If you told me write a song in 30 minutes, I'd be like, can you give me more time? But yeah, this album wasn't supposed to be a big hit, but this was like his big breakthrough album, and of course he would become super popular because of it. And the rest is kind of history. They just recorded songs, and this is just a great album.
And yeah, I'm excited to talk about this album. So let's get started. This is actually, I don't think this first song needs really an introduction. It was the first big hit on the album. Probably his first big hit in general. Your Song.
I think this is a really great opener to the album. I think it really sets the mood. You got the Bechstein piano just opening it up beautifully, and the lyrics. I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, but 15 minutes to write these lyrics. this does not have a 15-minute lyric written feel to it. This sounds like something that Bernie took like months to perfect. Like he had like a rough draft, but like it took him months to perfect. This doesn't sound like something he was just like, yeah, I'll, write this 15 minutes later. I got this song. I don't believe that. And I personally don't believe it's like Bernie 15 minutes. I feel like sometimes I feel like these stories of, oh, he wrote it in this many minutes or like some crazy low number. And I'm like, no way. No way. That's just me, though. These lyrics are too perfect for me to think otherwise. I don't know. This is my opinion. But having that said, I think this is a perfect song. I think this is a masterpiece. However, just to show how much I love this album, this is my least favorite song on the album. Let's now before you guys get the pitchforks out, I am an ogre. Rah! Bad reference, but I am an ogre. But
now
last album
where you run.
Well, let's go back to the last album now, Empty Sky. I think this song's way better than anything off that album. Like this song is way better than anything off that album. Even Skyline Pigeon, I think this is way better than. So, if my least favorite song on the album is better than my favorite song on the previous album, you're doing a good job. You and Elton are doing a great job.
This song is amazing. Like, you put it on and you hear that piano at the beginning, which is kind of the big staple of Elton John's music. He didn't really utilize it as much on the last album. He was using lots of different keyboards, but they weren't as prominent as they would be like later on. Here you got the piano up front and center. You got that orchestra done by Paul Buckmaster, which is amazing. You got like some guitar, some mandolin, and it's all perfectly complemented by Bernie Taupin's lyrics, which if he wrote these in 15 minutes, that's insane, because this is just an incredible love song talking about how this person doesn't exactly have a good job or lots of money, but they're looking forward to still spending a life with the one they love, trying to find jobs. Maybe if they were a sculptor, or maybe a man who makes potions in the traveling show, and he's going to buy a big house and all this stuff. It's an amazing song and one of Elton John's best songs, and it's coming right off the bat from what would be his first album here in the U.S. So some of and I'm just overlooking Empty Sky completely right now. That feels more like kind of like a demo album, honestly. But if this was his debut in the U.S., it's one of those start your discography off with a banger kind of songs, kind of like More Than a Feeling or Good Times, Bad Times. So yeah, this song, lots has been said about this song already, so I'm just going to leave it with this song as a masterpiece in every sense of the word, and this album really is a masterpiece in every sense of the word.
All right. Well, before I share my thoughts, I want to say this was one of John Lennon's favorite songs. He made a comment in an interview, and he said, that's the first new thing that's happened since the Beatles happened. So he really loved this song.
Lennon doesn't usually say good things about songs. Usually he says negative things.
But he really loved this song. So I wanted to bring that up. And I think this is a great song too. I think this is a great way to start off this album to show that, Elton's come a long way since Empty Sky. I think the songwriting on this song is absolutely brilliant. You could not tell, like you guys have said, that this song was written in 15 minutes. This is top-notch songwriting, and it's this very earnest love song that anyone can relate to. And I think that's why I think a lot of these Elton songs have continued to remain relevant even to today. There's some great piano playing. Even though he doesn't belt it on this one compared to other songs on this album, he still does a great job at pulling off the relatability of where this character is at. And I think this is one of his best songs. I think in general, it's just the songwriting and the relatability of the song is why it's such a great song. Like you said, a masterpiece in every sense of the word. There's also a good cover of this song too. If you've seen the movie Moulin Rouge, Ewan McGregor, yes, Obi-Wan Kenobi, does an amazing job singing that song in that movie. I feel like I needed to bring that up. But our next song on the album, we go from your song to another ballad. This one is called I Need You to Turn To.
Ooh, this song is beautiful. You know, starting off with that Baroque harpsichord kind of feel, I'm like, you know me, I'm a sucker for Baroque pop songs, so, you know, I'm going to love this song. Funny enough, this is not in my top five. You think,
wow.
you know, since it's a Baroque pop song, you think it would be my top five, but you thought wrong. If whoever thought that. But yeah, this is great. This barely missed my top five though. Barely, just barely. But I think this is great though. I love the feel of it. This is a great follow-up song though. I think he does a great job of following up.
Making a top 5 for this album is going to be nearly impossible. Like, every song on this album, I want to be in my top 5, but I can't have them in my top 5. Because there are like 10 songs on the album. This song, I Need You to Turn To, is another masterpiece. Like, you got that harpsichord there at the beginning, and then there's more strings in the middle. And once again, Bernie Taupin's lyrics, another love song. These ballads on this album are just unmatched. Just so good. It's good because we got all these ballads, but there's also going to be some rocking songs later on in the album, some more up-tempo numbers. But like these ballads just really hit you right in the feels, you know. Like, just tugs at your heartstrings. I love the production on here. Paul Buckmaster's strings are incredible. It's just kind of like I don't want to say a simple Baroque tune, but like a more scaled back Baroque tune, a little ballad ditty, if you will. And it's absolutely incredible. Great follow up to your song. I want this to be in my top 5, but we're going to have to see because there's so many songs on this album that I really want to be in my top 5. So we're just going to have to find out, but it definitely deserves to be in the top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a hard album to rank favorite songs. I will say that right now. This is a great song. I will tell you it's not in my top 5. There has to be a song that's near the bottom of the list, but sadly, this is my least favorite song on the album. And I say sadly because this is still a top-notch song. The use of harpsichord on this song really fascinated me because I feel like if this song was on Empty Sky, it would actually elevate that album. I think it would be a better album if it was on Empty Sky.
I don't want this song to be on Empty Sky.
But I think this is still a really good song. It fits this album well. I especially love the mix of the harpsichord and the orchestra on this. It's another beautiful ballad. I don't think it's as good as your song, but it's still a great song in its own right, and I'm still glad it's on this album because it's another terrific ballad. All right. So our next track, this is our first real rocking track on the album. The funny thing is this song was actually the B-side to your song. So
oh, wow.
Take Me to the Pilot.
This song is epic. This song is just pure epic. You know, when you think Elton John, you don't really think epic that much. Now, there are a handful of songs where I think is epic, but not as much as any other artist. But this song is just plain epic. Take me to the pilot, leave it to the chamber. Take me to the pilot, and I ain't really no stranger. Na 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 na. It's just rocking. It's a rocking tune by Elton John on an otherwise unrocking album. Like, if he had a little bit more cocaine in him, this would sound like something that would be on Rock of the Westies. Like you know, if he had that cocaine fast voice in him, like whatever. It's just I don't know. It sticks out, but like in a great way. It just shows variety, and I really think it works on this album. But this is one of 5 songs that are fighting to be my favorite song on the album.
Wow. Okay, another amazing song. I love the piano intro. Bow, bow, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, bow, bow. And then he just comes right out of the gate, just blasts you with his voice. If you feel that it's real, I'm on trial, and I'm a hell in your prison. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And then, like, the strings kick in. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. And then it kind of just cuts out whenever it gets to the "Take me to the pilot of your soul." Dun 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 dun. And then it kind of gets more rocking with the guitars. Oh, this song is so good. This is one of 2 rockers on the album. I love the piano playing. I love guest judging strings. Man, this album is just way too good. Funny enough, the first time I heard this song was at a Pizza Hut of all places. I went to a Pizza Hut buffet that used to play a lot of older songs, and then played this song. It's like, oh, this is an Elton John song. And funny thing is, Bernie Taupin was once asked what the lyrics to "Take Me to the Pilot" meant, and he said, "I have no earthly idea."
Don't ever make Mike Love ever sing that, because he'd be like, there has to be meaning. There has to be meaning behind lyrics. Hey, that does not compute. Does not compute. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Actually, the first time I ever heard this song, it wasn't even Elton who sang it. I think when I was on a reality show kick, I used to watch The Voice at one point, and somebody sung the song on The Voice. And I'm like, okay. I'd never heard this Elton John song before. And it made me listen to the original Elton John song. I'm like, yeah, I love this song. This song is awesome. Again, it's one of those songs where I'm like, I can't tell you what this song's about. The lyrics are very nonsensical. But this song is epic in every sense of the word. The piano playing is awesome. Just a cool rocking track. It's very singable. It's funny. Nick, you were going, na, 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 na. And we all love it in this song. And then when Led Zeppelin tried to do it on the President's album, it's really cringe.
Wait, what? Well, I will say ABBA kind of evens it out, because they kind of do the na-na-nas on a certain song on one of their albums, and I think it's good. So there's one that's not the best when they do it, one that's good, and then there's one that's amazing. So
yeah,
there's 3 different na-na-na songs. This is definitely the best of the 3.
I think it depends on the song.
It does.
And how it's executed.
It can either be good and catchy, or it can come off as cringy.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna have to show you guys that song when we finish, because I want to get your guys' opinion on that song.
Yeah.
There's also na 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 Hey Jude. That has Hey Jude. Oh yeah, another na 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 song.
Journey, Loving, Touching, Squeezing.
Oh man, we need
Na, na, na,
Journey
na.
series.
Na 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 na. Hey.
That's na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye.
Well, yeah, this is another amazing track. The next song on the album, this one I'm curious what everybody's going to think of. This is the country song that I brought up earlier, and it's No So Strange on the Ways.
I think Mick Jagger is going to like this one.
Who knows? Who knows? But I like it. I don't know about anyone else. I can kind of read into what Jacob's gonna think about it. I'm gonna try to predict it, but I'll share if I'm right or not. But I love this track. This is the second of 5 songs that are fighting to be my favorite song on the album. That's how much I like this song. I love the countryness of it, and I think he does it way better on this song than he does on the next album, Subway Connection. which is basically his country album. I think he does it way better on this song. But and again, I got to listen to the Tumbleweed Connection album. Yeah, sometimes I could change my mind. Sometimes I'll be like, what would I say that? But as of now, this is way better than any of the songs on the next album. But this song is just one of those songs where it's just so has that feel to it. I'm just like, I'm digging it so much. And I don't know. I really like the homage to the Rolling Stones. It's just a really good song. I know what Scott thinks about this song, but you Jacob, I still gotta I think I have a read on you what you can think about this song, but I could be wrong. But let's see what you guys gotta say about this song.
My thoughts on this song are exactly the same as Jacob's thoughts on Needy to Turn To. I love this song, but something had to be last place. This is my least favorite on the album, but it's definitely grown on me a lot more, especially since I've listened to Beggar's Banquet and Let It Bleed now. It's very much like the Rolling Stones country songs. And you can even hear Elton John kind of singing somewhat like Mick Jagger on this one. Very strong vocals. I like the kind of slide guitar. It definitely has a Rolling Stones feel to it. I kind of consider this Elton John's Rolling Stones tribute song, kind of their country style that you'd hear on like Beggar's Banquet. And it's definitely grown on me. Still my least favorite on the album, but I actually really like this song now.
All right. I do think this is an awesome song. It's not in my top 5, sadly. I wanted it to be in my top 5 though, because it's such a good song. Again, it's cool when other artists who are not predominantly country try to do a country song. It feels like it's trying to respect the genre. And this does remind me of some of the country-inspired Rolling Stone songs, especially on Beggar's Banquet and Let It Bleed. It's weird. I think one of you guys mentioned he was trying to sound like Mick Jagger. I can kind of see that, but it still sounds distinctly Elton at the same time, and I think the blending, is pretty cool in that regard. I don't really have much to say on this one, but it's a really catchy song. I enjoy the production. It's got a really memorable hook. But man, I wish it was in my top 5. This is such a good track. Well, the last song on side 1 of this album is a ballad. Curious what everybody's going to think of this one. This is first episode at Elton, I think is how you pronounce that.
Correct.
This song, I just gave this. I had to seek Scott's reaction, but he knows I love this song. This is okay. This is.
If you were gonna pull out the garbage can, pulled out the garbage can,
this is easily in the top 3 best songs on the album, bar none. This is just a masterpiece. I love this song so much. I know everyone loves Your Song, but if you really think Your Song's the best song on the album, check this song out. And I feel like your mind should at least think about it. The song is just awesome. It's an awesome ballad by an awesome artist on an awesome album. This is just perfect. I don't have any words to describe it. This is just an awesome song. This is just an amazing song. This is the 3rd of 5 tracks that are finding to be my favorite song on the album.
Okay, yet another masterpiece on this album. Such a haunting song. You got that piano at the beginning. Dun 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 dun. And then Bernie Taupin's lyrics on this song are beautiful. You got kind of like this love story about these 2 young people. This guy, like, there was this girl that, like, he knew when they were in school, and back when they were younger, he kind of criticized her and said she had, like, a turned up nose or something like that. But then when they get older, he gets feelings for her, and they discover love. And it's such a beautiful song, especially the part when the theremin comes in. There's a theremin in here, the same instrument that's used in Good Vibrations, used to very haunting effects. And you got Paul Buckmaster's strings. Paul Buckmaster's strings on here are haunting as well. And especially the part where he sings, Valerie's a woman. That's such a powerful part of the song. This is my favorite song on the album. Your song is technically the best song on the album, but this is my personal favorite song on the album. It's because I remember the first time I listened to this album, getting to this song and just thinking, whoa. Like, everything up to this point has been top-notch, but then this was like, wow. Like, how can you get better than this? Like, what's gonna be on side 2? I want to find out, because this album is super strong so far.
Yeah, I will say this is a really amazing side 1. There's no awful tracks on this album. Except this song. Nah, I'm just kidding. This song is awesome. I just wanted to see if I could...
Stop toying with me! We already had As It Should Be, putting this at like number 6.
Okay,
Yeah, number 8.
Oh, yeah.
I could never... I for the most part, I agree with a lot of stuff he says, but man, pretty big hot takes on that one video.
Yeah, we were watching that video. For context, if you're not familiar with this channel, this guy did a ranking of, like, he was doing a track by track on this album and Tumbleweed Connection, and he's a bigger Tumbleweed Connection fan, and I think it kind of broke Scott because he loves this album and he thinks Tumbleweed Connection is more overrated.
I am definitely team self-titled when it comes to these two albums.
Oh, me as well, even though both albums are completely different.
But yeah,
I don't know why he was, like, Madman Across the Water is a much more comparable album to this one.
Yeah, I think this is a really good song. Again, the songwriting on this song is terrific. The attention to detail brings, and I think telling this love story and how I think grounded and relatable that it is. I think in a way this is kind of like, I would view this as like the artsier version of Your Song in a lot of ways. Both songs,
I like it.
Both songs are similar in so many ways, but I think there's more detail lyrically in this song, and I think the production is a little bit more polished on this song. I will say I like Your Song better personally, but this is still, again, another fantastic ballad. Elton sings great on this song. Valerie's a Woman is like the most memorable part of this album, and the production. This song, and the production is top notch. I can't really complain on this song. An amazing song, and a really awesome side 1. Done with side 1. This is where if you had a copy of the record, you flip it over.
I have one, but it's not with me.
And you have side 2, and the first song on side 2 is. Oh, I'm excited to talk about this one.
Ooh.
60 Years On.
This song is haunting. This song is really haunting. It's just one of those songs where, well, I haven't heard this song in a long time before me listening to the albums again. Because before we started this Elton John series on the group chat, I was deep diving him. When I heard the song again, I'm like, whoa. I still am. Like, just, it gives me goosebumps. It's just that good. And you know what? Again, to show how good this album is, this barely didn't make my top 5. This song is amazing. I love the lyrics. The lyrics are phenomenal. Don't tell me he wrote this in 5 minutes, because I'll break a chair if you told me that. I'm not even joking. If someone's like, yeah, he wrote this in like 7 minutes, I'll be like, it breaks a chair or something. I'm like, no way. It's like, it's just, again, just showing Bernie's great lyrics, showing Elton's great musical writing. Just goes to show how great Dungeon is at, producing. The arrangements is great. It's a perfect song, but again, if this was on the previous album, this would crush This would crush Skylight Pigeon. Like Skylight Pigeon wouldn't have a chance against this song. Like as Paul from As It Should Be would say, not even a contest, crushing defeat. This song is just amazing.
Haunting. Another haunt. We got the two haunting songs back to back. Man, those strings, the way they open up, it's just like boom. It's very dissonant at the beginning. It like catches you off guard, like especially since that's just what happens when you drop the needle on side 2. Because the first time I listened to this album was on record, and I started it up, and then I heard these haunting strings come in. I'm like, what is going on? This is like killing. And then the piano comes in, and he's talking about like what's going to happen when I'm 60 years of age. It's like, well, you'll probably be giving a concert, and I'll be in attendance because I saw Elton John in concert around 2021, 2022, which is interesting. But man, the lyrics again, Bernie Taupin, amazing. Paul Buckmaster's haunting strings and the bow ba do 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 da da do do. And there's this other really haunting middle section where it's like boom 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 boom. And like it kind of gets creepy again, but then it goes back into the 60 years on part. And it's like this song is just so good. It kind of reminds me of the first episode at Hyanton. I don't like it as much. In fact, I don't think this one's going to be in my top 5, sadly, which I really wish it was. So the song is amazing, but man, too many other good songs on this album.
So when I first heard this song, and you have that string section at the beginning, and it was doing that, it was doing that section, and it had kind of this uneasy feeling. I'm like, did I just step into a horror movie? Then after you have that intro, it kicks into this, again, another really amazing ballad. The first line of this song always stands out to me. I've heard this song twice now. It's like 60 years old and who's going to walk me to church? And that's a pretty good selling line to hook me into a song. And then I think it's dealing with aging and where you're going to go later on in life. So I think there again, it's another relatable song. But yet you have the amazing strings in the background that makes this such a powerful track. There's this really cool string section in the middle of the song, and I'm like, I wonder if this song inspired ELO. I mean, it very well could have. And I never really thought of that with Elton John because, I'm not used to hearing him do a song like this. And yet it's one of my favorite songs on this album. This is another incredible song. Again, this one may or may not make my top 5 because it's so good. Well, our next song is the other hit song that was released on the album. It didn't do as well as Your Song, but it is a fan favorite among Elton John fans, and that is Border Song.
Yeah, this is a really good song on the album, but yeah, this didn't make my top 5. It's still a masterpiece, but it's funny, the two singles off this album are like two least favorite songs on the album. Wasn't on purpose, of course. I wasn't trying to do that on purpose, but weird coincidence, I guess. It's really good. I like the chorus, but it's not one of my all-time favorites from this album. Like, I still think it's a masterpiece, though. So, like I said, this would be anything off of the previous album. I don't know why I have to keep referring to the last album, but like I said, it just goes to show how great this album is.
The song is amazing. This is the one with the gospel feel to it, a.k.a. the Holy Moses song, because that's kind of what he sings a lot. I like the message of this song, kind of taking on some of the racism that was going on earlier in like the 1960s leading up to then, Especially the line, "There's a man over there. What's his color? I don't care. He's my brother. Let us live in peace." Um, the gospel inspiration on here is very good. I love the piano playing, and Elton John's vocals are very soulful on this song. It is another one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah, this song is awesome. Again, this may or may not be in my top five. I think this is another fantastic song. I don't think I have much more to add. I love the gospel arrangement on this song. I think the message is great. Elton sings amazing on this song. Come to find out, I read Aretha Franklin covered this song, I think,
Oh,
a
wow.
couple of years after Elton did this, and I'm sure she did a great job as well. But the greatest discovery.
This is a great song on the album. I really like it. This is more of middle of the road for me. I probably rank it number 7 to number 8 on the ranking of the songs. I still really like it though. This is still an amazing song on the album. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I liked it, but it's just not a song that really sticks out to me as much as the others. But I still really enjoy it. Like, I like it at the moment, but it's not a song that I really go back to that much. But I still really enjoy it though. It's weird to describe that.
I think it's a really underrated song. It's about like hearing a noise and it's like what's going on. Like when it's like told through the eyes of a young boy, hearing a noise that he doesn't know, wants to go explore and see what it is, and it's his new baby brother. Bernie Taupin's lyrics really just paint the picture very well in this song, and the piano playing is top notch. This is probably my second to least favorite song on the album, but this song is still absolutely amazing.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with Scott. This is also my second to least favorite song on the album, but much like my least favorite song, it's still a great song. And again, the songwriting in this song is top notch. I like how you're unsure where the song is going to go, and it's leading to the birth of another child, and it's told in the eyes of his older brother. And I think, like I said, I think that's what makes the song stand out is the songwriting mixed with the incredible production on this song. That leads us to our next track, "The Cage."
Have you ever lived in a cage?
This song is amazing. This is another. This is the 4th out of 5 songs that are like battling to be the best song on the album. It's a battle. My top 5, to me, it's like number 1.1, number 1.2, number 1.3, number 1.4, number 1.5. That's how good my top 5 is. It's just no words. Listen to the song if you haven't heard it already. Gosh darn it. This song is amazing. This song is rocking. It's like, this song is amazing. I love it so much. Like, you can never go wrong with The Cage.
Another amazing song. This is the other big rocker on the album other than Take Me to the Pilot. Oh my goodness, his vocals are so good on this one, and the chorus will get stuck in your head. Ah, woo, ah, woo, oh, ah, woo, ah, woo, I. Get stuck in your head, and it's like the first opening line is just very proud. Have you ever lived in a cage? I love how we have all these amazing ballads, and then now we get this rocker here. Absolutely another amazing song here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This song is also really awesome. One of 2 rockers on the album. This one has more of a funk vibe to it, or a soulful vibe, compared to Take Me to the Pilot. I think it had some uniqueness to the album, much like No Shoestrings on Louise had more of a country influence. I wanted to put this in my top 5, but there's a couple others that I think kind of outshine this song. But it's still pretty awesome. Vocally, it's impressive, and it's pretty memorable too, though, especially what Scott was talking about, that That's probably the coolest part on the whole song. Well, our last song on the album, I'm excited to talk about this one. And no, based on the title, it's not about Elvis. The King Must Die.
Yes.
Okay, this song is just, it's okay. I'm just kidding. This song's amazing. I hate to be repetitive, but the song's amazing. But this is the fifth of 5 songs that are battling to be my favorite song on the album. This is just 60 Years On is. If you thought I thought 60 Years On was haunting, this song's really haunting. The way this finishes off the album, what the heck? Oh my goodness. This song leaves me breathless almost. Like, when I first heard this with Scott, when we first heard this album together, I was just like, what the heck? Like, this is the last song on the album. You're like, I knew you were going to like the last song on the album. Like, you told me I was going to like this, but I didn't know I was going to like it this much. Oh my goodness. I didn't say anything to Jacob because I wanted him to be surprised with how good it was. But when we first heard the sound together, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave that last song for him to decide on his own. I'm not gonna try to say like, oh, this is great. I'm gonna let him judge it on his own. But I feel like I can guarantee, I'm guaranteeing it. Like Mark Messier guaranteed the Rangers would beat the Devils in Game 6. I guarantee this will be in all 3 of ours top 3. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
We'll see. Wow. The King Must Die. Here's 2 things that Elton John knows how to do on most of his albums. He knows how to open them, and he knows how to close them. We had Your Song, amazing ballad, and now we've got The King Must Die. This song is epic. I love the piano at the beginning. And then it just is like, it's kind of like a ballad, but it's kind of like an assassination attempt song. And his voice just keeps getting louder and louder throughout the whole thing, and the strings build up until like the chorus goes, and the king must die. The king must die. But then whenever you get to the end, the last part, it goes, the king is dead. It's like, oh, they got him. And then the very last line, it gets quiet again, and then he just goes, long live the king. And then what they do is a really tricky effect. The way the song ends is they just play, because this is musical theory stuff, so if I start to bore you, let me know. But this is kind of what makes this interesting, is that they play the root and the fifth, but a chord has a root, a third, and a fifth, and the third determines if the chord is major or minor. They leave out the third on purpose, leaving it up to you to decide in your head, does this sound major or does this sound minor? So it can be either. They're just playing the root and the fifth. And that just makes it super haunting, like a super haunting way to end the album, especially after hearing The King is Dead, Long Live the King. Like, wow. This song is amazing.
Yeah. This song rocks. So me and Nick were listening to this album when I listened to it for the first time. And I don't know if Nick watched my reactions or not, but I was going crazy listening to this song. 'Cause I'd never heard it before. Just the way this song is arranged, the piano playing, even the percussion on this song, Elton's vocals, the lyrics surrounding this song, and how haunting they are, and the way this song ends. This song is absolutely epic in every sense of the word. Now, if we were in an alternate timeline, and let's say The Lion King was a rock opera, and this was the song Scar sang while he was killing Mufasa, it would be an even better villain song than Be Prepared. That's how good this song actually is. Like, can you imagine, like, Scar orchestrating the wildebeest stampede, singing this song?
No man's a gesture
as
for
he
your
grabs
warriors.
Mufasa and kills him, he's like, Long live the king.
And the king must die. The king is dead.
But
That's
yeah,
actually
all
awesome.
jokes aside, this is an amazing song. And I think I will spill the beans. This song is at least in my top 3.
Well, I
That
made the
good.
guarantee. I made the. I'm gonna nickname it the Mark Messier prediction. I'm predicting it. I'm predicting it. Top 3, all 3 of us.
We got that straightened out.
All
What
right.
What is everybody's top 5 songs from the album? And I'm sure we all have honorable mentions as well. If you want to share those as well.
Okay. I'm just gonna rank all the songs because to me all these songs are amazing. Number 10, the very very sad placement of your song. Number nine, The Greatest Discovery. Number 8, I'm going to say the Border song. Number 7, it's going to be I Need You to Turn To. Number 6, 60 Years On. Number 5, I'm going to go with No Shoestrings on Louise. Again, these top 5 songs, like at some point, would be my favorite song. This is just the ranking for now, just for the sake of the video. Number 4, The Cage. Number 3, Take Me to the Pilot. Number 2, First Episode at Heighton. And number 1, The King Must Die.
Good choice. Let's go ahead and rank them all too, but I'm going to start from number 1 and go down. It'll make it easier for me. Number 1 is the First Episode at Heighton. Number 2 is Your Song. Nick, I am afraid that your guarantee is correct. Number 3 is The King Must Die.
Yes! I guarantee it.
Number 4 is Take Me to the Pilot. Number 5 is Border Song. Number 6 is going to be 60 Years On. Number 7, I Need You to Turn To. Number 8, The Cage. I don't know why I have that song solo. It's amazing, but this whole album is amazing. Number 9, Greatest Discovery. And 10, No Shoestrings on Louise.
Yeah, I'll just rank all 10 as well. I'll actually rank the 11 so you can see where Rock and Roll Madonna would fall if it was on the album. For me, number 10, I Need You to Turn To. Number 9, The Greatest Discovery. Number 8, First Episode at Heighton. Number 7, No Shoestrings on Louise. Number 6, The Cage. Top 5. Number 5, 60 Years On. Number 4, Border Song. My top 3 is hard. All 3 of these songs are competing for number 1. But I'm going to say as of right now, number 3, Take Me to the Pilot. Number 2, I'm going to go for it. This song blew me away so much. All right, number 2, Your Song. Number 1, The King Must Die.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I guaranteed it. Top 3.
It would have been a trifecta, but
I mean, first episode at Heighton is such a great song. I can't exactly blame you. Even Jason's number 1. You know, it's my least favorite song of the album, but I don't blame him for having that as his favorite.
My top 3 are just all like blew me away when I first heard them kind of songs.
The more I've heard The King Must Die, the more I'm like, this song is so good.
It's that good.
I'm like, wow.
Like all of these songs are so good where it's like I can see why you would have like another song at number 1.
Yeah, because I was like, there's no way Your Song is going to be top. That's like one of his best songs in general, and especially as far as love songs go.
Well,
I was originally going to say, I was going to say if I had it at number 1, I'm like, I guess I'm like Breyer. I'm a sucker for ballads, but The King Must Die. Man, The King Must Die. I couldn't ignore that one. That one was amazing.
I have a question, Jacob. So I have a question. So normally I don't suggest doing this, but I was wondering if in the count of three we like show what our score is like by the hands, because I feel like I think we'll have a certain score.
Yeah, let's try that.
I think I'm thinking what you're thinking.
Okay, so
All right,
in the count of three, 2, 1, show.
Oh wait.
Yes, we all knew we were all going to give it a
Yeah.
shot. This is a perfect album. Let's be honest. Yep. This is, you know what's crazy? This is the first time in SoundLab Studios history that like we averaged the 10 out of 10 this quickly. The first time that ever happened.
Yeah, some of us kind of had to think a little bit on Aftermath.
Like me and Briar agreed on a 10 out of 10 at first, but it was like one-on-one. But this is the first time with more than two people that we agreed on a 10 out of 10 this early in the series. So, yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat this album.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay,
I know what's coming up.
Yeah. I am so excited to cover the remainder of his albums, even if nothing tops this album. It's
He
just
gets
gonna be
pretty
fun
dang close a
exploring
few
his
times. I'll
product.
tell you that much.
Yeah. I don't think any of his 80s or 90s or even more recent albums are going to top this. I just know that. But I just want good consistency. Again, thank you all for tuning into this one. Tumbleweed Connection will be next. Any final thoughts on this album before we finish up?
This album is amazing.
The king must die. Long live the king.
And you can tell everybody this is your album.
Damn it to the bound, name it to the chamber, damn it to the bound, I'm on the radio.
Na na na.
Na na na. Na na na.
All right. All right.